In the last video, we saw on how to create, you know, a guard in the component, and that really can save us from going to the next page. But if I can just, return a valid true, the guard which we created right has kind of allows in, because the condition is like, if authenticated is true, you just allow it us in, right? Excuse me. And I'm going to go here. Now, this particular video, we're going to look at how to, create parameterized routes in application. So for that, we'll have to pull something into the profile component. So there is a little build up on this section. Now I'm going to create a service right here. We'll call it as uh, what do we will? I mean contacts, maybe, right? So contact uh, dot service dot ts, and I will just like to make it ag service and make it contact service, and we'll have something right here. So there's a get contacts method which does really takes the observable dot create method, and I mean we're just trying to create our own observable. This is synonymous to http dot get method, which also returns by defaults observable. So I'll not like to do http all the time. It will get time consuming. So I'll just create here an observable myself, and to do this, of course, you'll have to have then observer, and I'll just type in here observer dot next. Of course, the import has to be just since it's node module, just rxjs, and then whatever the values that I can pass from here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a contacts data. So I think just before I do this, I'll just create here a contacts class, possibly, right? I mean, I should have done it in a separate folder, but for the ease, I'm just going here. So contact.ts, and it's going to be an export class contact. We'll have a constructor here which takes in all public properties, like we'll have an ID of type number. We'll have public. Let's just keep a name property of type string, and let's also keep a mobile number, maybe, like so public. We'll have mobile as such, and let's make it type integer. Okay, so this is the class, contacts class. So I just want to do a array, or we'll just write contacts here, an array of contact, and this is the import that we'll need in the scenario. And then we'll just kind of create some data like an array, and then we'll create some data right here. So each contact, remember, is going to have the ID, which is something like this, a name property, which is a string value, and we'll have also a mobile number. Right? So we'll just put some value like now. I'll just multiply this somehow and make some changes into the values. Okay, and I mean, the numbers won't really matter so much, but this is sufficient enough. And then I'm in the observable.next. I'm just going to pass the contacts like so. So sorry, contacts, and say contacts is this dot contacts, of course. So this is the service that can give us some data now. Now it's just about consuming this into the profile page. So I'll go down to the profiles page, and I just make it integer. Little Java guy still, so not integer but a number. And then I just wanted to include this in the profile page. Now how to do it? So I'll just kind of create a UL right here, and From here, I just wanted to display the name of the contact. So I'll just type in here list element, and each list element we're going to iterate. Right now, to do this, of course, we need to first get the you know. So this is where I just wanted to display in the list item the name of the contact. But as of now, it just display like a name. So we need to get the contacts from the service class. Now this will need a service class injection here. So we'll need at the module level, of course, we'll have the contact service, and then dependency inject this anywhere to get the same instance. And to do this, I'll just do it here, maybe private of type, and then I'm just going to use this here, this dot contact service dot get the contacts. Now when you get the contacts, you might just use here a local array, for example contacts to be an array of contact type again, and initially it's null, of course, but here we'll just type in this dot contacts. Now remember, this is an observable call, so if you just try to display whatever it is kind of returning from here, now this doesn't really return anything. So I'll just make it like an observable of type and I think I'm not returning a value, that's why it's kind of giving me an error. So I just return this as a contact, and then in the profile component I'll also have this rather than an observable contact, right? Okay, maybe we're just doing too much types right here. I'll just keep it like simple, like so, and we need to just remove this from here and go here, and so we're doing this all right now. And contacts, like I said, is going to be just an array as of now, right? Simple. And we can add type safety features later on, but I just wanted to try this right here. So what I really wanted to do is I just wanted to display here ng for let every contact of contacts, and then right here replace this hard-coded name by contact dot name, like so. Now let's just see if it really comes up. So I just need to go to the profile page from here, and it says it cannot really find the property because ng for is iterable only for arrays, but this is not an array, of course. This is an we understand it's an observable. Now, observable because it's kind of works on async, right? So I'll just use an async pipe to get this data, right? And let's see, log in right here, and then you have all this data right over here. So we have looked at how to get the data. Now the next thing, of course, is I just wanted to create a link right over here on this contact name so that it can display a detailed contact. So I just type in here href maybe as of now to start with, and close this right here. Now, so if I do this now, it should be in link, and it displays as a link, but then I just wanted to go to the contact details component page, which can display this particular component in detail. Right, so let's go to the next part of this then, and I'm just going to here create a new component. So we'll start creating the contact details, maybe kind of component. Maybe we'll just call it contact.component.ts, and I'll just generate the component using ag component, make it as the name as contact, and we just make it like an app contact template. I'll not use it as of now. I'll just kind of use the template URL. I'm not going to use it. Of course, the template is going to be here, and I'm just going to use here h2 display the contact details here. And one of the things that, of course, I did really want to do, print right here is we'll just kind of print a paragraph, or like all paragraphs, of course. For we just need to display the contact ID and the contact name and the contact mobile. I think those all three things right over here. Right, so that's what I really wanted to do. But I mean, it's going to be for different contacts, right? So we just need to replace this data somehow. So what I'm trying to say is we'll have to build a route here, go down to the routing section in this case, and then right over here, I just kind of use AG route to generate a route, and it's going to pass like contacts, and with contacts we'll have a component called contacts. Now how do I build this one? So it's going to be contacts. So it's going to be this particular component that I really want to invoke at this stage, and let's kind of see if we can parameterize this as well. So to parameterize, I can just type in here a slash and colon and the parameter value. The parameter value I just would need is contact ID possibly, right? So this is going to call the contacts component, and because it's kind of mapped here, and we'll need to build up the module to do this as well. So let's make it contact component right from here, and possibly display this as well. So let's see. I mean, if I'm able to do it right now. The only thing that's of course left is in the profile component. We have got the the components kind of displayed right now, but it's using an AHREF. Instead, I'll just use router link. Now remember, that's kind of the link that we've been using to go down to the contact space. So just type in here contact slash, and then use the value of the contact dot ID from here. So when I do this, I think I should be able to get the list going. So if I go here, and then it says there's something not found right here. No component factory found for contact service. Okay, and let's see what the error is all about. So maybe not save something because I have all the so contacts. This is where it's wrong. Of course, it's contacts component, not the service. And I'll just go here once more into this component, click on this right here, and you notice we just kind of go to the same page. Now how do we get the different component data displayed? Is there something available? So let's go down to the contact component, and we'll here make an entry for public activated route. We'll call it activated route. So this is kind of a special service available in the router module. This can give you access to the activated route, and then I can just type in here console.log this dot activated route dot get me the snapshot for this, and then the params, and then I'll just like to print the ID of this. So I'll just print the ID possibly, because that's what I'm going to pass from here. So 23 here, and then you can notice in the console I have this value here. Can I display it as well? Of course, I can just make it, this dot ID to be this value, and ID being a number to start with. And whenever I just wanted to display it, right, I'll just type in here ID. Let's see if this ID gets populated over here. So we've got value 23 right now. So that's how you're going to use parameters, right? I mean, I've just used the ID. How about the other values? Now this I'll have to fetch it from the service, and then only display this value. Because from the previous page we are able to just pass one parameter. We can do it multiple, but that will be really awkward if I just pass all the parameters from here. So we'll possibly try and do an Ajax, and I'll do this in the next video possibly. So see you in the next